Come on, man. So I asked the question again, who's really free? Who's really free? So this question comes from the fact that I don't want to disrespect nobody. I think everybody can be utilized in this. And this is something that I want to get to, and it's like, I love my people. I love good people, right? And some of you all don't know that you're going to be utilized for something special. That knowledge you have, that skill set that you have, that position that you in, you're supposed to utilize it for something special. You don't know it yet, but you a spook. You know, you're supposed to take that knowledge and that information, and you're supposed to help someone, right? One of your people, two of your people, three of your people. See, I mean it in a small sense. You could be working in, corporation programming room, and you decide to, you know what? How about I see this person, this black person that I see operating and speaking truth, I'm going to give them some opportunity. You could be working in the bank, and you know what? I'm going to make sure I connect with this business credit over here to help the movement over here. You could be working in whatever position you in, right? Because I meet people of all different walks of life, and people with different various skill sets that be teaching me things, and I be learning. And it's like, you didn't know that skill set that you were developing could be utilized in a very revolutionary way, because we don't usually have a platform and a vehicle for that. But it's like, yeah, man, everybody has to think of themselves as an operative for the movement. And you just waiting to be activated. You just waiting for that opportunity to utilize your position. The outside world, they may think they can even think that you're cooning. They can think that, oh, you ain't really with your people. They can think, oh, you ain't pro-black like that. Let them think that. You supposed to be an undercover operative for the people, for the movement. And when you get that opportunity, use your position. That's when you get activated. That's when you get activated. Wherever you at, whatever you doing, you get activated. And I'm saying this in this manner because a lot of us sometimes think it's too late. Nah, I meet people all the time, when they awaken, they like, man, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? They be like, what can I do? And it's like, you'll know when it's time. You'll know when you saying, you know what, I'm a spook, man. I'm this whole time, really, I've been prepared and put in this position to do something more, something meaningful. And I want everybody to be activated. When we meet each other, it's almost like a secret. When we do the head nod to each other, it's like, yeah, bro, I'm in the movement, you in the movement. You feel me? We locked in. Don't even worry about it. If it go down, we good. Yeah, I'm gonna slide you this. I'm gonna hook you up on this end. You feel me? I'm gonna give you this information. I'm gonna open the door here. You feel me? Like, everybody doesn't have to be an outward, radical. I'm on this point now. I want the silent radicals. Well, we making change, and they don't even know we making change. If you look at the power of the LGBT community, man, they be making change. You don't even know who's gay, but they gonna make sure that the moves that they make are opening doors, right, for the agenda to be completed. You don't even be knowing. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who working in these corporations, but they all got that agenda to be like, nope, we gonna push this across the planet Earth. And they use whatever position that they in, they use whatever job, whatever skill, funds, resources, influence, platform, right, network connections, and they be activated. So it's a silent activation that has to go on right now. You ain't gotta let them know that you with us. You ain't gotta let them know that you really for your people. You ain't gotta let them know that inside you're a radical. But outside it looks like you're simulated. Outside you look acceptable and respectable and safe. But on the inside, man, you goddamn Malcolm X. That's the mentality I want us to have. So they don't even know. That's the mentality. And you ain't even got to tell nobody, you just do things that's radical. See, sometimes we be thinking we got to be loud. Don't be loud, just do it. Yeah, it's a silent activation. Just do it. You having all your radical moments to yourself. They don't know, you could be at a store and you just gave a black person 50% off. That was just your silent I'll just show silent activation. You just did something. You know, you just never know. It could be anything. You feel me? Like, but you always pushing, and it's this collective agenda that we have for our vision of America, and it's really to push us into positions of power. It's really to open doors for us to have wealth. It's to open doors for us to have more power, more energy out here. You say you mess with Keys, but I got a little cult follow, a little one. Damn, I need to work on that one because I need a big cult following, because code is culture. They're just saying that we abide by the same codes. It is saying that we got the same rules to follow. You want to see a big cult following? Go look at Donald Trump. You want to see a big cult following? Go look at the Pope. You want to see a big cult following? Go look at Biden. You want to see a big cult following? Look at the government. You want to see a big cult following? Go look at Mark Zuckerberg. Go look at Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? Go look at Bill Gates. Those is big cult followings. See, we be afraid just when black people get a little bit of influence. We be like, oh, that's too much. Man, we are on their platforms, you know what I'm saying, utilizing their internet, trying to silently activate a little movement with 400 people in the room. And you saying me, I got a co-follower? Shit, man, this ain't nothing in compared to the kind of power these devils got out here, man. I need billions of dollars with it. Co-following, man, we spend money with them every single day. A co-following is Gucci, LVMH, whatever you call it. Co-following is every single rapper that's gonna put on every single brand, that's gonna go out to Paris, and that's gonna make, Bernard Arnault richer, more wealthier. That's a co-following. I'm gonna literally go put on that brand. It's a ritual process as a status to say I have more than another person, and I am more now that I have this, and you're gonna walk around with the brand, right, of really what can be considered your enemy in a lot of ways. That's a cult following. These brands, we don't spend enough money with no black person to have a cult following. We don't spend enough money with no black person to have a cult following. Not one. Show me one black person that we just made a billionaire because we spent so much with them. Show me. Doesn't exist. Closest we got to that, Kanye West. But we weren't the only people buying. He had all them little white kids, Mexicans, Asians, Jews, you know what I'm saying, all around the planet Earth, right? Another closest we got to Michael Jordan, because he had such a good deal, but Michael Jordan still got the whole world. There's no just one person that black people can say, look, we all made them. Yeah, we spent so much money, but so did every other community as well. We spent so much money. And anytime it's at that point, you might have made Michael Jordan finally got to $1 billion, right? But how much money did we get a Nike though? Now, I ain't even talking about that. We talking about Nike tech suits and all the rest of their shoes and everything else. Nah. And if all we got is 2 entertainers that we can even point to, what we doing out here? I don't want to hear nothing about no influence of a black man. I don't want to hear nothing about no co-following. I don't want to hear nothing about somebody's too big or they a leader and all of that, man. We don't even make our leaders and so-called influential people, you know what I mean, billionaires and decamillionaires. You know, it's going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to get better. But look at Apple, man. We have more loyalty outside our community than inside. Right, that's why everybody really, they depend on us. That's why you got to get that black dollar. You got to get that black vote. You have to get that black support. So when I say who's free, let's talk about it. Are you free in the way that you think? Can you say what you really mean? Can you be authentic? Right? Are you free? Do you have knowledge of self? Right? Can you stand next to whoever you want to without the burden of fear of scrutiny from people outside of your community? Can you really say what's on your mind? Is that, we look at black media, is it really black? But when we talking about freedom, man, we so fearful. You can't be fearful and free at the same time. But nah, man, our black celebrities not free. Influencers not free. People ain't free. So when we talk about who's really free, man, you gotta, freedom is not something that can be given. Freedom is a proclamation that you have the right in your own heart as a signature. You know what I mean? And you have to maintain that. Nobody can tell you free. I don't want to hear nobody tell me you free. Nah, you got to go and do for self. And we not free yet. We have to change the mechanisms of how we thinking, because there's nothing we need from any outside community. I ain't fearful of the Trumps. I'm not fearful of the Bidens, none of those things. But we don't even know what we really think. We don't know who's really for us. We get so stuck by the fear, we can't see beyond the presidential election. That ain't free. Let me ask y'all this question. You think the Asian community is dependent upon the presidential election? You think their future is dependent upon the presidential election? Absolutely not. We're not free until we have our own, and we're not dependent upon anyone. We're not free until they tell us they're going to change a law. They can tell us they're going to revoke the Voting Act, and we tell them that's not happening 100%, because we will shut this country down. That's power. Not fear. Oh, they going to repeal this and they going to repeal that. Yeah, because y'all don't work together. Yeah, they going to take a bag and they going to bring a bunch of celebrities and influencers to the White House, but they not going to bring the ones that's really free up there, that's really radical, that's going to say something, that's going to demand, right? Nah, that ain't free. They not gonna take that bag that they got and really spread it to the minds that can change the world. That ain't free. Cause the free ones, they don't even want you up there. They don't even want you around. They're afraid of what you might say or what you might do, because they can't control a free man. So you supposed to be like, yeah, I'm supposed to do what I want to do. I'm supposed to say what I want to say. Right? You can't edit, you know what I mean? Shortcut my mind in the way I think. That ain't freedom. So I don't see a lot of free people. I don't. Look at the vaccine. People was taking that. You weren't free. You was afraid. You know what I mean? They had us so fearful, so weak, had us in shambles. We can't even celebrate the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan out loud as a community. That ain't free. And I find that to be so disrespectful. That's one of the chief things I think the black community has, a chief leader. And he told everybody not to take that vax. But because the media company that you connected with, if they don't celebrate it, if the Zionist Jews that run the advertisement agency say, wait a minute, you said something about Palestine, we not rocking with you, that's not no freedom. So they say, well, Keys, man, you said this, so I don't know if I can stand next to you. I be meeting NFL players, NBA players, rappers. They be afraid. You meet me in person, like, bro, this not a facade. I really am who I am. They like, oh shit, you not somebody. Oh man, I thought you was gonna be impressed by who I was, and you would just go, nah, bro, I am who I am. They be afraid of a free man. They be like, wait a minute, my agents told me I can't be doing too much with you. I can't be seen with you. I can't be. All right, I get it. You're a slave. I get it. Go back to the plantation. See, if we was really free, we'd just work with each other easily, build with each other. You feel me? The reason that we don't do it is because we're not free. It's because we have so many ties to people that give us money. They control what we can and cannot do, what we can and cannot say, right? So therefore, they incentivize us to not work with each other. So when you talk about unity, right, they say, well, wait a minute. We gave you $10 million. We gave you $100 million, but we didn't say go empower somebody that's radical minded. We ain't say you can work with them. If you work with them and I don't like their political views and stances, you know, we might have to take the money back. And they like, oh, well, it's not worth the risk. I'm not going to do that. Well, you're not free. The money controls you. You're contracted to this agreement to not do too much for your people. I mean, listen, I didn't make up the rules. But that's the way it works. We as a people, man, we love to be radical. You don't think these black men with power got egos to where they want to be more radical? They want to say more things, but they understand. I think it was Snoop that told me. He say, man, look. He said, look, take it from somebody who been to the top, nephew. He said, I've been in the rooms. He said, they don't want us to have no control. You start talking about control, they gonna cut you off. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say a silent activation. Things gotta be silent, man. You know, we be thinking that everything got to be the loudest shit in the room. And it's like, nah, you don't see me working. I mean, you don't see me. That's because I'm doing something more radical. You feel me? Like, we be thinking that everybody gotta do what we say. You gotta be the loudest. You gotta operate like this. Like, nah. We need infrastructure and institution and systems. We need codes. We need constitutions. We need oaths. We need treaties. We have to establish the paperwork that lays the foundation for the future. See, we got all the verbal work out. We good at that. But the paperwork, the institution, that's what I want to focus on. Those are the people, that's the assistance that I need.